I know it's gonna take y'all a little bit to pull up, but I want to complain real quick. You ever go to get like you ever go to get a sandwich or something that you really want to eat, and then you order it, and instead of the person that's making it asking you a clarifying question, they just make the sandwich like they just know, and then they ruin your fucking sandwich. I go to get a sandwich, right? I'm like, let me get, because they ain't have a lot of options. I'm like, let me get honey turkey, Swiss cheese. I'm putting my sandwich together. I was like, yeah, put some beef bacon on it, right? He go, bet. Then he heat the whole sandwich up. I'm like, I don't, who the fuck want heated up honey turkey? I'm like, yo, why you ain't just ask hot or cold? Like, I'm confused. And then I get back and I got this whack ass hot ass sandwich. I'm like, yo, this nigga just ruined my experience, my sandwich experience, bro. What up, Master of Magnetism, Siobhan Jones? Yeah, beef, yeah, beef bacon. They don't be having pork bacon at the stores by here. And I don't eat pork like that, so sometimes I do beef bacon. I usually do turkey bacon, but this time I wanted, because sometimes a cold sandwich with just some hot beef bacon on it, that should be busting. I ain't gonna hold you. They ruined it. Ruined my experience. Booty shorts. What up, Pookie McFisty? Heated honey turkey is nasty. Yeah, I'm like, why the fuck would you just not ask, bro? Like, just ask. Be like, yo, how you want that hot or cold? I'm like, why this nigga just went and made a sandwich? Now I'm mad. That wasn't no cheap sandwich either. Should go back, ask for my money back, but I ate half of it already. Gave the other half to my brother. I had to make him spaghetti because he burned the ham sandwich. Word, son. Andres Martinez. I don't know where that's from. But yeah, alright, so I know I'm a little bit later than usual. But with that being said, let's talk about this new Terminator So Imagine. Did y'all get a chance to look at it? It was actually really fun to make. It took me a while actually. I was writing it in pieces. What up, Neogen? What's up? What's up? Sandwiches are like $10 here. Bro, you ain't never lie. But that sandwich was like that because it had the beef bacon on it. So I'm like, make my shit right, bro. The fuck is wrong with them? Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. Watching Terminator, watching Terminator just reminded me like the 80s really had it locked. Like they was really ill with films. Like I'm trying to think, and this might be blasphemy, but I think the 80s might have it over the 90s in terms of just films, just movies. It might be the 80s. Cause like honestly, the 80s had limited like technology to make the shit look ill, and I'm watching films from the 80s now, and I'm like, I know it's not the CGI that we have now, but it don't look that bad to me, to be honest with you. Like it still kind of hold up. I'm watching Terminator. I'm like, this whatever this background, this shit kind of look better than the shit that we be getting now. They be overdoing the shit, bro. Also, oh, most deaf. 80s kids. We had the dopest movies on God. I'm gonna have to go with the 80s, yo. The 80s might be the best, in my opinion, might be the best era of movies. The scene where he's doing everything he can to tell her what's going on without mentioning a time traveling robot because he knows she'll tuck and roll. Like that's a fact, yo. Michael Ballard, what up? The 80s was unfiltered on God, it was. And cartoons. The 80s, I don't know if I would say the 80s cartoons are better than the 90s cartoons because 90s cartoons were kind of fire. But 80s cartoons were extra fun because they had them PSAs. Like some of the 90s cartoons had PSAs, but I feel like niggas need to bring PSAs back to cartoons. Cartoons need PSAs. Like I love the PSAs. The practical effects are better than some of the CGI movies. Some of it, although I like the CG on the Fantastic Four movie Superman, like some of it is good, but in like I'm watching Terminator. First of all, T2 was in the 90s. Terminator 1 was not though. Cause I did my soul imagine is for the first Terminator. Yeah, 90s cartoons were up there, Master Magnetism. I don't know if I would call them the best, but they was fire. Because the thing, what I would say about the 90s, right, it's not that the 90s cartoons themselves were the best. It's that we grew up with fucking Boomerang. So not only did we have the cartoons that we grew up with, yo, appreciate you, Black Pilot. I appreciate you, bro. Um, Not only did we have the cartoons we grew up with, the older cartoons are still on. I used to watch Thundercats in the morning, so we had the best of both worlds. We was watching Wacky Races. I know I was watching, so we had all of that shit. Official me, bro, you are hilarious. I'm glad the algorithm introduced your page to me. The raps are dope too. You had me saying booty shorts for 2 days after I watched you, man. Appreciate you, official me. Black Pilot. Still campaigning for an Imagine Better Off with John Cusack. I can't type the work without YouTube restricted in super chat. All right, appreciate you, brother. I'm gonna have to look that movie up. I'm gonna put it on my list. CGI is used too much. It should be used in conjunction with practical effects. I agree. I agree. Instead of just having it all CGI. Although, I mean, Thanos looked great, but I also think Thanos was like kind of practical. Like they wore the suit and all. He wore the suit and they had the mask and I don't know. I don't know how he did it, but Thanos really looked good. I think. Um, I remember GI Joe PSA that warned kids not to hide in abandoned refrigerators. I did see that one. Funny thing is, sometimes I do. I think I'm gonna do a compilation of all the PSA voiceovers I've done, and I get a lot of hate on Instagram because I be doing the GI Joe ones. And if y'all know, like the Fensler ones are like the classic ones from like the 2000s, and there'd be people from the other side of the internet, namely white people, that be so mad at me for doing them. Like, you can't touch this. It's not as funny as the original. How dare you? It's already been done. Oh, it's a ripoff. They be so mad. I'm like, yo, bro. Like, that was over 20 years ago. Like, I can do it in my humor. Like, his humor is a specific type, but people will be furious. Watch 80s anime. They was halfway hentai. I ain't gonna lie. Yep, you right. Ultra Instinct. Shout out to adult John Connor for sending his daddy back in time to make sure his mama survived and he get born. He sent his daddy back to to clap his mom's cheeks. He like, yo, he gotta clap my mom's cheeks, else I ain't gonna exist. He said he was going to town. They was going to town in that motel room, bro. That shit is crazy. It's going to town. And here come dumbass Terminator Arnold hating. Tron was before his time. Tron is a dope movie. I saw that for the first time in my 30s recently. We had the Disney afternoon, crazy good. Yo, bro, don't get me started on the Disney after Master Magnetism. You might have just sparked something. I might have to. I might have to get busy with the Disney afternoon, bro. The Disney afternoon, Darkwing Duck. I didn't really like Bonkers. That was the wackest one. But Darkwing Duck, Goof Troop, DuckTales, Gummy Bears. There's mad stuff on the Disney afternoon, bro. And I was homeschooled, so I was watching Disney afternoon. That was very practical information, Pookie. Better Off is on your list already. I gotta add that. I gotta add that. Cause I've never seen that movie. I've never seen it, but I'm gonna look into it. Somebody always crying. You gotta do Spectre Man. I think you go ham on that show. Official me. What's Spectre Man again? I mean, I don't know if you told me already. Also, cause the homie Black Pilot did it. But you know, I always gotta remind y'all if y'all got it and y'all wanna donate, it could be $2, it could be $20, it could be as much as you wanna donate. It's always helpful. It helps me to continue to do this. In fact, I enjoy kicking it with y'all so much that I had a video shoot today. I really should have just canceled the live, but I'm like, nah. I gotta see the bros. I gotta see the bros and the sisters. I gotta see the homies, man. I gotta see the homies, bro. I was like, I gotta kick it with y'all for a little bit. Even if I can't do the full 40 minutes, I gotta kick it with y'all for a little bit. So that's why I was actually watching. You see it. I got my the Soul Magic running in the background and all of that. Don't forget Rescue Rangers. Yes, Rescue Rangers, Tailspin. So about the hold on, Tron had a little bit of CGI, which I didn't get, which it didn't get best special effects award. No, it did not. It did not. Michael Biehn is so underrated. He played Kyle Reese perfectly. Yo, I'm not gonna hold you, Master of Magnetism. Dude, Kyle. First of all, Kyle Reese was great, but then I just watched I watched not Predator. I watched Aliens 1 and 2. So I'm working on a Coraline So Imagine now and an Alien So Imagine. And I'm gonna keep working on them and just have them in the tuck so that way we can have I can have stuff ready for y'all so I don't have to like scramble to get it done each week. But what I wanted to tell y'all was that Kyle Reese was in Aliens and he survived. And that was fire. In the Alien movie, yo, I can't wait to share the Soul Imagine with y'all because that movie got me tight. The first Alien, first of all, it was only one of them and it wasn't like, they wasn't fighters so they didn't know what to do. But that movie got me tight, bro. That movie got me tight because these niggas was wild stupid. But we're going to get to that when I drop the Soul Imagine. So about the Terminator. How did John know that Reese would screw his moms to make him? If Reese never went back, John wouldn't have been born. Because the moms, hold on. Because in order for John to exist, the pops has to go back in time. And the mother wrote a letter to the son about the father. That's why. At least she did in the original. Remember, no, she was doing the tape in the original movie. At the end, she's doing the tape, telling him about his father and telling him that he has to send him back in time, knowing that that's his father. That plot doesn't really make sense if you think about it. You're already born, but you send a guy back to help create you. I mean, that time travel doesn't. I mean, our time travel mechanics or the way we see it is different now. Like the way we see it now is that would just create an alternate branch of reality, or not even that. You couldn't like that would be if you couldn't become your own. Like I don't think that works. You couldn't become your own parent. Um, yeah, shit is wild. But also, I'm like, how sucky was Skynet at doing reconnaissance that they couldn't figure out that was supposed to be? Because if they knew that Kyle Reese was his pops, they could have just killed Kyle Reese. Instead of chasing her down, they could have killed dude. Pop, pop, he'd have been dead. All right, let me go back. I think I'm missing. I just seen Michael Biehn and Strap with Bokeem Woodbine. You should do that one. Strap with Bokeem Woodbine would be hilarious. I remember that commercial. Duckman is the best. Broken Berlin. Duckman, that's that old like adult cartoon that used to come on Fox, right? All right, let me go back up because I see I'm missing man. I want to. Don't forget Rescue Rangers. That plot. Blah blah blah. We talked about that Tailspin. Tailspin's a classic. I had a friend back in the day. We called him DW because Dark Wig. That's a fact. Ultra Instinct. Um, Tailspin was the best show for us orphan kids. Tailspin was fire, but I didn't. You're an orphan. Broken Berlin. Rescue Rangers. That's a classic. It's a temporal paradox. A causation loop. How does that work, Attentic Media? That means that, like, wouldn't that, like, cause some type of fucking explosion in the space-time continuum? I'm trying to understand. Funky, have you seen the new Chippendale Park Life? I don't know what that is. He was a Duckman looking at motherfucker. I watch with my kids and we love it. Duckman is the best. I remember Duckman, but I didn't really. It wasn't like one of my favorite shows. What I do want to fuck with is Our Real Monsters, but I haven't figured it out yet. Like I started watching it and I was like, I didn't get any inspiration yet. Coraline was that shit, but Coraline is stupid. That little girl is dumb as hell. I just seen Michael Biehn. Well, we talked about that. Looking forward to the Alien So Imagine. Well, I'm doing Alien first. And then Aliens I'll eventually get to. But I got to do Blade 2 before I do Aliens. That's not part of what's wild, Black Pilot. Skynet said a state-of-the-art futuristic cyborg back in time that could barely speak English. Yo, let me tell you something that was crazy about that goddamn movie that niggas don't talk about. Arnold went back in time as a killer robot. They sent this killer robot back in time. They ain't give him no instructions to be discreet. He just out here killing shit everywhere. I'm like, you telling me that dude that he just out here killing shit? They couldn't find him. It's not like he was being sneaky. He walking around with the shotgun up in the air. Niggas couldn't find him. There wasn't no manhunt for a dude that was killing a woman named Sarah Connor. He killed the gun store owner. He just out here shooting. He pulled up to the nightclub shooting. They ain't had no surveillance footage. There should have been an APB out on that robot. That motherfucker would have been exploded. They'd have brought the military in. That motherfucker would have been exploded. That shit ain't make no sense. He just walking around shooting shit up. He just walking around getting busy, shooting everything. I'm like, yo, it's a dude with a leather jacket on a motorcycle with shades on. He done killed 2 people. He done shot up the nightclub. He done shot up the gun store. You telling me they ain't, and I know they have footage in the gun store. Wasn't no APB out on him? Come on, bro. He shot out with the... Come on, man. Skynet was slipping. They should have told him to keep it discreet. What up? Hey, yo, Frankie. What up, brother? I love the content, brother. Shit had me dying. Appreciate you, brother. I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm going to keep making it. I ran into a homie, a fan, somebody that be in the chats, the homie Ty, the other day, and that shit was dope. And we was kicking it on the train about the content and all that stuff. So, again, I appreciate y'all. And I'm glad that y'all, make time to chill with me in this space and kick it, because this is literally one of the highlights of my week. Back when USA Up All Night with Gilbert Godfrey. I remember Gilbert Godfrey, crazy ass Hicks. He died at the beginning of Alien. Hicks was a goddamn dummy. You gonna see that egg moving like that and put your face at it? Stupid. Also, John gave Kyle a pic of Sarah. Yo, John giving Kyle a pic of Sarah was nasty work, yo. Because Kyle was letting it off to that picture. I mean, he was letting it off to that picture. He was letting it off. Master magnetism. They did him a Newt Dirty in the 3rd film. I don't know. Okay, he came back in the 3rd film, Neoja. I didn't watch that one yet. A fake ass quantum entanglement BS. That's a fact. Skynet eventually figures out that Kyle is the problem. Trying to kill Kyle before he can go back is a big part of 2 of the other movies. Duh. It's like, why you worrying about Sarah and John Connor? Just kill Kyle. But here's the thing. The other thing about Skynet is like, even if this whole time travel shit that don't make no sense to me is like, that's not how things work. Like, y'all put humanity in slavery. Somebody's gonna rise up. No matter what, somebody's gonna fight. Somebody's gonna be like, F this. There's no way that there's not gonna be somebody that's gonna be like, F this. So whatever you do, eventually there's gonna be somebody that's gonna rise up. Is anybody watching the new Alien Earth? Pookie McFisty, I am. That android, the black one, he creeps me the hell out. That was a Sarah Connor, and she birthed a John Connor. The Terminators were looking for a married woman. Oh, got you. If anything, it shows that AI is trash in the future. Super trash. Official me. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the $5. Okay, I forgot about the letter Sarah wrote. But anyway, Spectre Man was a Japanese live-action show in the 80s. It had the bad costumes. You got to see it. Spectre Man. Okay. That reminds me of a video game I used to love to play when I was a kid. It's called Vector Man. Y'all know about Vector Man from the 90s? Corporal Hicks was so tough, they had to kill him off camera between movies. Oh, they did? That's corny to me. Because at the end of the day, first off, let's talk about the fact that Ripley is the realest chick of all time in action movies. Nobody is more gangster than Ripley. Name me somebody, matter of fact in chat, name me who's more gangster than Ripley in action movies. Sarah Connor is kind of gangster. She's not Ripley though. Ripley was straight going toe-to-toe with the aliens. She was like, F this, I'm not finna die. And she was smarter than everybody else. But let's get back to this, because I want to talk about this after we do drop the Alien So imagine. But everybody on that ship was stupid, but Ripley. Skynet knew, and a black dude. Skynet knew nothing about human customs. Sarah kept the real John Connor hidden. That's why John's name was. Oh, that's a fact. Donald Tillery, appreciate you for the $20, brother. Yo, that joint was funny as hell today. Appreciate you. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I'll be starting to watch the movies, and my brother be in the room, Black Guy Tonight, and he'll say something funny, and I'm like, I gotta include that. So he was like, yo, imagine two naked dudes go back in time, and they gotta fight, but first they gotta find each other. That was really like, he said that, and I was like, yo, that I gotta use that. That is hilarious. No instructions to be discreet. It's a common trope in sci-fi. It happens a lot in Star Trek. Basically, the gist is going back into the past, you automatically affect the timeline. Paradox meaning it doesn't make linear sense. Yeah, it's weird to me. It's weird. Yo, dude really was like, word, I can't come in there? Hold up. That was a super duper version of y'all. Word. Alright, I'll be back. That's the super duper version of dude going to pop the trunk. He ain't popped the trunk. He popped the whole car through the police station. He ain't know the 80s would bust his ass shit wide open. That's a fact. He wears his sunglasses at night. And then John Connor sent him back to the same city and told him to be nice. That's a fact. That's a fact. He definitely sent Arnold back. And he was the good guy. Come with me if you want to live. And Terminator 2. I never saw Terminator 1 as a kid. I only saw Terminator 2. So the scene when she sees him in the insane asylum and she like loses it, it didn't hit me as hard as when I watched the first Terminator. I was like, oh, that's why she bugged out like that. Because that nigga was really trying to kill her. He would not stop, yo. Talk about a stalker. Alright, y'all, I gotta go back up to to all of this shit y'all been saying because I missed a lot of y'all. Because I be reading these one by one, two by two. Boom, boom, boom. When you call Skynet Chat GPT, I nearly died. That's exactly what it was. Skynet was Chat GPT. Skynet was kind of stupid. When I look back, I'm like, yo, Skynet should have had better contingencies for this type of shit. The sad part, the master magnetism talking. Sad part is that Michael Biehn probably would have been a bigger star if Arnold Schwarzenegger wasn't an actor. Most of the movies Arnold starred in would have been perfect for him. That makes sense. Oh shit, we got another $20. You deserve way more subs, real talk. Yo, Ultra Instinct, I appreciate you. I'm trying to get there, man. If I could, I ain't gonna hold you. If I could get my subscriber count to at least 100K, I would just do this. I just focus on making content for y'all. Because over 100K, and if I'm getting for monetization and all that stuff, I could take care of myself just off of that. You know what I'm saying? And I could bring y'all content, and I could do other things. And I got so many ideas. Like I want to do watch parties where we come up with like jokes and stuff together. Like I have a lot of ideas. I just got to make them happen. Just pulled up. What up, Asante Moet? Just pulled up. CP time. My bad. Yo, that Terminator video is hilarious. Keep up the good work, brother. Appreciate you, Asante. Dr. Stu 32. What up, though, bro? Arnold could do that gun spree because he was white and no cameras back in the 80s. They had to have some cameras though. In a gun store, they had to have cameras. They was probably the bullshit cameras, but there's no way they didn't have no cameras. And even if he was white, like it was on the news that he like was killing people. He riding around, he walking in the fucking building with the shotgun. No coof. Bad. I almost knocked this shit over. Starfleet would send their temporal boys to see you if you go jumping around the past. Yeah, man. Where the hell was the what's the shit in the TVA, man? TVA was supposed to stop dude. Kyle was squeezing off. Kyle was a gangster. Kyle was a bodman. Mike DDH. Sup, y'all? What up, Mike? If you can hear this, you are the resistance. That's a fact. Yep, you're right. It's human nature to rebel. Skynet never stood a chance. That's a fact. It's like, yo, you could try and just kill all of it. You trying to use humans for slave labor. Like, if you, that don't make no sense. Eventually, they're going to be like, you know what? F this. Made of balls. What are you talking about, made of balls? You talking about oh, hold on. Did y'all watch the 80s compilation I did? I did that for y'all. That came from this. I finally did Silverhawks for y'all. And I did Mr. T. Did y'all see I did Mr. T in the 80s compilation? Christopher Dockett, what's up, brother? I'm on here a little bit later than usual, but I'm here, brother. So imagine, you getting some cheeks the day before you leave Earth. That's a fact. He got some cheeks and died the next day. If I was Sarah Connor, I'd have called in a complaint, though. I'm like, nigga, how the fuck you ain't kill a monster? You gonna die. You gonna die and ain't even kill the damn thing. I remember Vector Man a little bit. Vector Man's a classic. Vector Man's a GOAT. That's right, Ayo Frankie. Spectre Man's theme, you will not get the bridge out of your head. I gotta find Spectre Man. Official me, you sold me on Spectre Man. Pumpkin, could you write that down, Spectre Man, for me? Because I got to remember to watch that. Because now I want to see it. Omar from The Wire. I never beat Vector Man. Got it on a Genesis collection, though. I beat both Vector Man. See, here my man's right there. I beat both of the Vector Man games, bro. Both of them. I had Vector Man 1 and 2. I finished 1, and I finished 2. I think 1 was like 17 stages, but I got through them. Vector Man was one of the best looking Sega games. Vector Man was fire. The Bride from Kill Bill, Greed. I don't know what y'all talking about because I be slow reading. I be talking. Hella Rainbow. Cynthia Rothrock. She's so badass that Sonya Blade modeled after. Master of Magnetism. Who's that? Cynthia Rothrock. He bought the trunk. I'm waiting for T2. Christopher Dean. Yeah, T2's on the way. But I gotta get to some sequels. Like I haven't done Short Circuit 2. I haven't done Blade 2. I want to do Blade 2 soon, but we'll see. Movies on T1000 was the guy though. That's a fact. Master of Magnetism. Michael Bain would have been an awesome Scott Summers if he was around in the 90s. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. He was supposed to be that guy. I don't know what happened. For those who have, Michael Milan, appreciate you again for the $20, man. Man, I kicking it with y'all is really a highlight of my week. I can't wait till we keep building this to it's like 70 people in here and we just in here kicking it. Like-minded, just being nerdy, talking about crazy stuff, nostalgia. Like, this is fun, man. This is great. For those who haven't seen Alien or Aliens, it's 4 hours of Sigourney Weaver being right about everything, then fixing everyone else's problem. Yo, that's a fact. Sigourney Weaver, from the first, this is the one thing I'll say, and I don't want to say too much because I can't wait till we kick it after the Alien So Imagine drops. These dumbasses gonna come back to the ship with an alien life form on the dude's face. She like, no, you can't come in the ship. No, I'm like, yo, how stupid this dude was the captain. He thought that was a good idea. No, yo, bro was lost, bro. I don't know what that is. We can't get it off. He lost. Go get the doctor and bring it to him. What's wrong? What is wrong with y'all? Shit got me tight. I was like, yo, man, this movie shouldn't happen. Y'all in here kicking it. I ain't gonna get to all y'all messages. Can you do a membership on here? I'm a member on a couple YouTube channels, Black Pilot. I'm not against that, but so here's the thing. Black Pilot asked about me doing a membership on here. My question is, if I did a membership, what type of content would y'all want me to do? Like what would be worth it, the membership? Like what shows, what movies, what would be worth the membership? Fun fact, Skynet is really real. That's a fact. You still got to rap too, bro, Dr. Stu. You right. I ain't going to forget that. So imagine you John Connor and your mama locked up. So you got to link up with a robot that tried to kill your moms. Then you teach them how to say cool catchphrases. That's a fact. Alien's already written, Christopher Dean. It's already written. I did Alien. I wrote Alien and I wrote Coraline, and I'm gonna write Point Break soon, and I'm gonna write Goonies soon. I'm gonna do a bunch of these, cause I teach, so I'm gonna have to go back to school soon. So I'll be wanting to like, since I got so many days to my days left, I want to like use them to watch movies and write. Can you do But yeah, let me know what type of stuff y'all would want if I did a membership like um. Look stiff as shit in her fight choreography. Facts. I watched Alien with my girl and she was mad at the movie. Yeah, that shit had me tight, bro. Alien 2 didn't have me as tight because they was a little bit smarter. Like they wasn't just doing. But Alien 2, like, Alien is really about corporate greed because that's really what it is. It's like, yo, let all these people die to bring back this organism that nobody can control. That just be killing shit. Like, why the fuck why would you bring the alien is, those alien creatures were different, bro. They got acid for blood. Keep that shit where it's at. Cynthia Rafaroff was nice with the Chun-Li kicks. Member suggested content. Okay. The membership gets you priority on So Imagine ideas and access to live watch parties. Okay. Alien and Aliens a C. Oh, yes. All right. Have you done Bloodsport yet? No, I have not done Bloodsport yet. Fun fact. Acme, Spacely Sprockets, and Cogswell Cogs are actual companies. No. You're going to have to give me some information on that, Master of Magnetism. Sigourney Weaver was driving the white boys crazy back in the day with that long back and panties look. Yo, at the end of Alien, when she's like in her underwear, I ain't never seen her back that long. Yo, that shit look crazy to me. I say, yo, that back was wild long, yo. That back was crazy. And then you see a little bit of her. I'm like, yo, this is wild to me that they did that. So Aliens was basically inspired from Vietnam, from Cameron. Oh, word? Aliens 2 was trouble because they didn't listen to her. She told them don't go, and they still went. No, she told them don't go, and then she was like, well, look, if y'all gonna go, I'm rolling too. Because I want to kill those things. And the dude straight lied to her. She was like, just tell me that we're going to wipe these things out. He was like, yes, that's the mission. He just dead lied to her. They were just trying to recover. Then, dude, I'm like, yo, these niggas is terrible. Then dude tried to pull some shiesty shit and get her and a little kid affected with the fucking, the aliens so that they could sneak it. Like, yo, they was bugging the aliens too. I was glad when he got eaten. I was born in '84. Michael Malone, we're the same year. What day? When's your birthday, Michael Malone? I'm December 9th, so I'm the end of the year. I was born in '84 and probably was allowed to watch Alien way too early. Sigourney was absolutely my first crush. That long back, bro. I mean, she was also very, very tall for her time, and I think I don't know if she was a model or she was just an actress or what, but Sigourney Weaver is tall. At least that's what my brother was telling me. Alien 2 was trouble because they didn't. Yeah, that's a fact. But I appreciate you for doing Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Christopher Dean, of course, I had to do it. I had to do it. Maybe member live streams for special events. Alien and Aliens are some of the best sci-fi horror movies. That's a fact. I mean, Predator's up there too. Let's not play with Predator. That's my favorite video you ever did. What, Ferris Bueller, Christopher Dean? Ferris Bueller was fun to do. I'm glad you enjoyed that. Remember when they used Ultra Instinct? Remember when they used to be hella proud to have extra long backs? Straight pancakes. Then the straight pancake, pancake booty. Good old fashioned pancake booty. That booty was crazy. Nah, she went for the bread and they lied to her. Alien 3 when she came back was crazy. I'm like, do I want to watch Alien 3? I think Alien 3 was the one that people didn't like, right? Burke was Cocoon, not eaten. Fun fact. Wait, who? Neogen, who's Burke? Which one was Burke? Well, I can't remember which one Burke was. And Andres Martinez. Andres, happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday to you. Today is your birthday. How old is you, my guy? The other thing about aliens is that they really went and got boy. They really, they really went and got boy from Weird Science. Biff. They went and got Biff from Weird Science. Alien really invented the genre, or reinvented it at the very least. That shit hit 1979. Imagine. Yes, the villain in both movies isn't the monsters. It's future space capitalism. That's a fact. Yep, I used to work in a warehouse for Mount Sinai Hospital. I be going there. And I took a lot of invoices. I got utensils from these companies. That's crazy. Pancake booty. You ever do Freddy Krueger? I haven't gotten to the horror genre yet, but when I get there, I'm gonna start with Chucky. Cause I think Chucky is funny that he really be terrorizing his people and he a dog. I'd have kicked that motherfucker out the window. Sigourney Weaver is crazy tall. See her in real life, she's a good 6 feet. That's what I heard. LP, what up? More like creepy booty. Crepe booty? The longest back. Bloodsport. Also, the story behind the character Frank Dukes is hilarious. I haven't seen Bloodsport since I was a kid. I just remember when the leg broke the wrong way. My favorite movies are Django, Ferris Bueller, and Pulp Fiction. See, that's the only one that I would do a So Imagine for. I did one for Ferris Bueller. I don't know if I would do Pulp Fiction. Burke was the one polarizer. Okay. Sigourney Weaver is almost 6 feet tall. I didn't know that. She is tall. I think she might be 6 feet. Mike again. I felt like 3 was unnecessary. Yeah, I mean, after that, she burnt the colony of the aliens. She killed all of the eggs, and she took care of the alien queen. Like, she finished her. Or threw out of space. But then, we don't know if the vacuum of space would actually kill the aliens. They could have landed on a planet. 41, you beat me. I'll be 41 in December. The one who met with Ripley first in Aliens. Okay. And when you did Ferris Bueller's Day Off, I was rolling because Ferris was terrible, but y'all, he was. Ferris was straight trash. Hard pass on Aliens 3, bro. I'm not doing the So Imagine for that. Mike again, I believe she's 6'3". She's 6'3"?
So.
No wonder they keep letting Sigourney Weaver go. She don't look bad for her age, though. I ain't gonna front on Sigourney Weaver. She took that long back for a long time. That long back been here for a long time.
Back for a long walk.
Long walk. Yeah, that's a fact. Long back for a long walk.
Long back on a long walk.
Did you know that James Cameron wanted to cast O.J. Simpson as the Terminator, but thought people would find it unbelievable, and he was in the Naked Gun movies? Yo, O.J. Simpson as the Terminator would not have the effect that Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Terminator had. I'll be back. Alien 3 is a lot better if you watch the industrial cut. Asante Moy. Has Back to the Future been brought up yet? Black Pilot. It has not. Nobody's asked me to do Back to the Future, I don't think. I don't remember. Alien 3 was good as long as you don't compare it to Aliens. Also, I heard the aliens only went back in time to stop the Terminators from wiping out their favorite snacks as space Uber drivers. That's a fact. That alien in the first Alien really just was in the ship looking at her like, yo, I'm asleep, B. I'm asleep. That shit really snuck in her ship. Snuck in the escape pod. And the queen, first of all, I don't know how she got in that ship. That was kind of dumb, but I'm going to let it go. OJ being typecast as someone who can't murder anyone would never not be funny to me. Black Guy Tonight. When I looked it up just now, it says 5'11", 3/4, but these sites contradict each other sometimes. She might be 5'11" and maybe she's 6 something with heels on. Part 3 was doo-doo. Is Alien 3 the one with Charles Dutton? So you can do Pulp Fiction the same way you did Terminator. Just multiple So Imagines in one movie. Gary Tyndall, what's up, my guy? I gotta figure that out. I don't know. I've been like people. I've heard Pulp Fiction before, but I'm not excited to do Pulp Fiction. I don't think. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not saying I wouldn't do it ever, but it's not something that I'm looking forward to do. If you got acid blood, you might not need to breathe. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. Have you seen Alien Romulus? No, I seen it on that it's up there, but I don't know if I need to watch it. I want to watch it, but I just haven't watched it yet. I seen it on streaming though. I see this on streaming. The xenomorph is the most iconic horror creature and was copied in every genre. A lot of B horror movies were copied from it. That's a fact. The xenomorph is no joke. It's a different type. The shit has a mouth in a mouth. The shit got acid blood. And the shit just be killing. Like, I'm like, what is the point? I mean, does it kill just to procreate? Like, I'm still trying to figure that out because xenomorph just be bugging. Xenomorph just be bugging, just killing, just like, yo, what's your problem, bro? What is their problem, son? You gotta do Alien now. It's happening. I already wrote it. I just gotta start clipping it up. I'm doing Coraline is probably the next one up. Romulus was terrible. Christopher Dockett. I haven't seen Romulus. I might watch it. If you want to do bad sci-fi movies, for So Imagine, Pluto Nash would be a good one. I want to do Flash. I want to do that. I'll write the Pope back script for you. It's hard, but you could do it. I'm not saying I can't. I just have to sit down and watch that movie. I've never been excited to watch that movie. Sigourney Weaver is stated as being 6 feet tall. She is on record saying that her height caused her not to get a lot of positions in her early acting career. Yes, you ever seen her in person? She's well over 6 feet. Well, maybe she has on heels, LP. 4 Rooms would be funnier. Gwendolyn Henson. What's 4 Rooms? I think Romulus was made for fans of the entire franchise, but I don't think it measures up against any of the other individual movies. I gotta check it out. I mean, Predator, like Prey, I think might be, in my opinion, I gotta rewatch the old Predators, but Prey right now might be in my opinion, my favorite Predator movie. Cause Prey was fire. 4 Rooms is a good one. 4 Rooms is almost already too funny to cover in the So Imagine. What's 4 Rooms, Michael Malone? The movie that was so bad that they couldn't believe it got made. OG Flash Gordon would be funny as hell. That's true. I never thought about why the xenomorphs are killing. Don't think it's a food. No, Daniel, they just out here going crazy. Just out here killing. Every room could be a different So Imagine. HR Geiger was the artist who designed the xenomorph. It's a metaphor for the horrors of sexual reproduction. You can check out his artwork, his book, The Necronomicon. He's got a book about the Necronomicon. Now that's a movie that I would have to do on Patreon because I don't know how I'd be able to do it here. But Evil Dead, bruh. Prey is absolutely the best one so far. Prey is fire. Never heard of 4 Rooms. I see Tarantino in it. Prey was great, but you got to do Prey. I'm not gonna do Prey at all. Actually, the newer movies I can't really do because I run a risk. Um, 4 Rooms is about one night as a bellhop in a hotel, and each room is its own story and its own writer and director. Okay, I gotta look into that. All right, y'all. I need to ski daddle. Ever thought about doing a So Imagine on Mel Brooks movies? Mike, again, Mel Brooks is already funny, so I don't know. But if I did, it would be Men in Tights. Have you thought about doing Killer Clowns from Outer Space? I have. I have. All right, y'all. I need to skedaddle. It's almost 9 o'clock. I want to give a big shout out to everybody who donated, everybody that didn't donate, and that was just in here talking shit with your whole ass. What up, Gary Tyndall? That was just in here kicking it with me. I appreciate y'all. Again, Y'all don't have to just do it on the lives. If y'all want to give a donation on the video, super like or whatever they do, y'all can do that. This might be the best night that we've ever had in terms of like donations. So shout out to everybody who did that. Shout out to everybody who kicked it with me. And I'm skedaddling, yo. Good night, y'all.